Hey, this is Scott, and today I just wanted to make a quick little video about this $30 universal wide-angle lens for smartphones from Ulanzi. So they asked me if I wanted to check out one of their products, and this looked interesting to me for a couple of reasons. At $30, it's not too bad as far as price goes, and the design means you don't need any special case, and it will work on multiple different phones. I think there are a few pros and cons to this lens, so let's go ahead and make this a quick 5-minute review. This is a clip-on style 16mm wide-angle lens that comes with a CPL filter as well. Its design means that it should work with nearly every smartphone on the market, and it doesn't require any specific case to attach. It's pretty well made. I mean, at least in terms of feel, it's solid, weighty in a good way, and it looks pretty nice. It comes with a clip, of course, the lens itself, and a screw-on lens hood which can also be switched out for the screw-on CPL filter that's also included. All of this comes in a very nice carrying case, so it will be easy to throw into your bag and bring with you. I'd say A+ for presentation and quality of the materials. Without needing a case, I figured it would be easier to use with smartphone gimbals since the actual profile of the phone won't change. It turns out, of course, you will need some counterweights to balance it out in most cases, but the phone does still fit in the clamp, so it may be less hassle than some systems that require their own thicker case. It's a wide-angle lens, so you might need to slide it over a bit away from the center motor so that doesn't get in the shot, but that of course will depend on what phone you're using and how big it is. The lens itself is a wide-angle lens, which is also usually pretty nice for gimbal work, and they claim no distortion. I found that that's generally pretty true. While I wouldn't say zero, the distortion is pretty well kept under control, and actually the center of the image remains pretty sharp. The fact that this clips on in such a universal way means it's also very non-phone specific, and that can make it difficult to get the clip lined up just right. Basically, you have to center it over your lens by eye, and if it's a little bit off, that can affect the image quality, so you need to be careful. It takes some getting used to, but I'd love to have at least some little lines on here to mark the center, making lining it up visually even easier. I might actually add those on myself. The clamp can be a little bit slippery on a bare iPhone, for example, so trying to over-tighten it can make it slip out of alignment. You'll want to be careful about that as well. This may be true for a lot, or maybe even nearly all phone lenses. I'm honestly not sure since this is the first that I've tried, but the edges and corners are fairly blurred and some chromatic aberration does start to show up. If this were a DSLR, I'd say this was a huge deal breaker, but since it's made for smartphones which weren't originally designed to take external lenses, I suspect this is something that you might just have to deal with. Again, making sure it's lined up correctly can affect how much of this you will see. I've also noticed quite a lot of flare with this lens, depending on where your light source is, of course, but it's definitely something you'll want to watch out for because I've even seen it flare indoors with house lights. So it's definitely a decent balance of pros and cons for a very affordable lens. I think that people who are serious about phone photography or video, this might not be the best choice for a number of reasons. There may be something with better image quality or something that can attach in a more secure and accurate way. If you already have another case on your phone, that's also going to cause problems. The clamp is not that thick and it's designed for naked phones. You'd have to take the case off every time, so consider that as well. But for people who just want to casually take photos and have fun with it, who don't want to use a lens company's dedicated case, who don't care about the corners of their images when inspected up close, this could be a very fun lens to have, and the carry case means that it will be easy to throw in your bag when you go out, and you don't need to think about it unless you want to pull it out and use it. So if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below and I will do my best to get back to you. If you like this video or found it helpful, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to see more in the future, and hit that little bell icon to make sure that you get notifications when new content is uploaded. As always, thank you for watching.